Modest grandeur is the designation that one can attribute to the Church of the Nativity of the Christ. The church is linked to the prominent family of Coppadis, a fact which led also to the name Christokopedi, namely Christ of Coppadis. Today, what has only remained to remind the days when the church was privately owned is a commemorative marble plaque to the right of the entrance, with the inscription Large Benefactors, the Coppadis family 1682 to 1810. The church is located at Siri, on the pedestrian way at 2 Christokopedou Stia, near the old Jewish neighborhood. It is speculated that in ancient times there was a pagan church dedicated to Athena Pallas. According to existing sources, in the first church was also an underground crypt decorated with murals. The present church, built at the location of an older Christian church of smaller dimensions, is a structure of 1860. It is a domed cruciform four-columned church with a transept, a long western aisle, and a pie-shaped gallery. A stair with a railing leads to the gallery. At the two ends of the western side, 2 bell towers were constructed. The architect of the church is not known. It belongs to the borderline between Neoclassicism and Neo-Byzantinism. From the older church, the marble holy altar of early Christian origin has been preserved, which is based on a columnette. The iconostasis is built tripartite with a simple iconographic program. At the northern aisle, at the bema doors of the prophecies, is depicted Archangel Michael. On either side of the gate, instead of portable icons, there are murals of Saint Nikolaos and Saint Spiridon. Correspondingly, at the southern aisle, on either side of the bema doors of the diaconicon with the Archangel Michael, one observes the murals of Saint Alexander and Saint Athanasius. The church was crafted with icon paintings in various phases. On the conch of the sanctuary looms Virgin Mary as Platytera, enthroned with a kneeling angel at the right and one at her left. On the conch of the prophecies is preserved the Nativity of Jesus, while at the diaconicon, the baptism, a work by Ekonomou of 1920. The dome and the pendentives bear the Pantocrator, and on the drum are 12 prophets. On the pendentives, there have been crafted the icon paintings of the 4 evangelists, works by Aspro Gerakis of 1915. On the southern transverse recess are located 5 depictions. At the lower zone is depicted Saint James, the brother of the Lord, and Saint John the theologian. On the upper zone, Saint Demetrios. In the middle over the southern gate, the large depiction of the Transfiguration, and in turn St. George. Correspondingly, at the opposite northern, transverse recess are located other 5 depictions. At the lower zone, Paul the Apostle and Peter the Apostle. On the upper zone, the Labarum, flag of Constantine the Great, in this thou shalt win, en Teutonica. In the middle, over the northern gate, the large depiction of the preparation for the crucifixion, with the title, Jesus Christ dragged to the crucifix, and in turn the cross with the instruments of martyrdom. The murals are works by Ekonomou and are dated around the middle of the 1920s. At the side walls are located the more recent Western-style depictions of the Annunciation, the Nativity of the Theotokos, and the entrance of the Theotokos to the temple.